Hello everyone, welcome to the Model Express channel. This episode features the new Gundam from Farmer Creations, which went viral last week. This product is actually an MG scale new Gundam based on the caimiaomiao GK design. The box is a craft paper box, and you can compare its size to Bandai's RG box for a clearer comparison. The contents are very full, with 31 packs containing a total of 59 sprues. There are over 1,000 parts in total. The parts have cutouts, but there's no pre-coloring or painting, meaning there are no painted parts. The white parts have a very good texture, and the sharpness is decent. Overall, the materials and mold precision of the product are quite mature, suggesting it's not from a novice factory. The plastic material feels familiar to the touch. The yellow parts corresponding to the original new Gundam Ver. Ka and RG new Gundam have been redesigned with a more pronounced orange color scheme, closely matching the instructions. You can see that the orange parts still have many detailed individual parts, all used for color separation. The performance of other parts is generally normal, with the water ripples being more noticeable on the black parts as is customary. Many collectors are particularly interested in the amount of POM, polymer originium MK, parts used. This time, a significant amount of POM parts are used, approximately 3 plates worth. Currently, it appears that many parts, such as those for the ankles, inner arms, waist and abdomen, shield connectors, arm joints, elbows, and the fishbone parts connecting the funnel, are made of POM. The green transparent parts reveal that the eyes are separate pieces. It's unclear why the Vulcan Cannons parts are included in the transparent part series. If you really can't stand the green, you can simply paint it black. Other included accessories are a set of decals, which completely avoids copyright issues. It's recommended to have a copy of the Ver.Ka new Gundam decals prepared beforehand. The video uses the Ver.Ka new Gundam version of the decals. There's also a set of photo-etched parts. The content is quite comprehensive. Let's take a quick look at which parts use photo-etched parts to enhance detail. If you're installing the photo-etched parts after assembling the model, pay special attention to the inner parts on the back of the lower legs, as they are a bit more difficult to install. The photo-etched parts used for painting the funnel, as seen on caimiaomiao, are not included. Regarding the model itself, let's first talk about some points to note and areas for improvement. Firstly, the joints near the torso of the shoulder armor are more prone to damage. These joints are quite tight from the factory, so it's recommended that you adjust them yourself beforehand. I made some minor repairs and applied a little smoothing agent to facilitate installation, and so far, it's in good condition. No white marks or breaks have appeared despite any movement. For players who prefer simple assembly followed by disassembly and painting, I suggest against it. Some parts use a nested, open-work design, making disassembly somewhat difficult. A small portion of the assembly experience isn't ideal, such as the parts connecting the head and neck. It's best to use tweezers for assistance. As shown in previous videos, the yellow parts on the rear skirt armor are easier to install by first nesting the smaller parts into the holes in the outer armor and then finding the correct mounting points. Be careful with the small red parts on the thighs. Avoid pushing them into the outer armor. The installation shown in the video is currently correct. Okay, let's take a look at the appearance. The design is fairly familiar to everyone. It's a popular product in the GK, garage kit, market. Currently, it's a speed build, panel lining, and third-party decals. No touch-up painting has been done, except for the green parts of the Vulcan Cannon which have been painted black. What do you think of the current assembly completion? An assembled model certainly won't reach the quality of official GK studio images, but considering the number of parts, especially the weapons, guns, and shields, you can appreciate the speed build effect. The part separation and color separation in many areas are quite good for a mass-produced assembled model. If we want to further improve the quality, we'll have to do parts painting. To give you a better sense of the size of this model, let's compare it to the Bandai MG Ver.Ka new Gundam. The main body's height from head to head is approximately 24 centimeters, while the Bandai's is 21 centimeters. I didn't expect this model to be so much taller than the MG new Gundam. Actually, the frame isn't the same as the Ver.Ka new Gundams, so there's no need to buy a separate core frame. It's completely incompatible. Comparing the overall appearance of the two, which style do you prefer? As a GK-style model kit, there are two things I find disappointing about its appearance. First, the head mask lacks Citron's signature panel lines, and second, the V-shaped detail on the crotch isn't color separated. However, considering the price, product quality, and overall value, I think it's perfectly acceptable. Then there's the issue of leg proportions that everyone's been criticizing. It's true that the legs are much longer than those in Ver.Ka new Gundam. You can see this by comparing the position of the upper thighs of the two. However, the original GK style is indeed like this. When this model is placed next to the Ver.Ka Sazabi, the two appear more evenly matched. The individual model's presence isn't overshadowed by the Ver.Ka Sazabi. If you were to display it standing on a platform with the funnel mounted on its back, you'd need to allow at least 40 centimeters of clearance in your display case to fully accommodate it. Next, let's look at the articulation and linkage. The design of this skeleton is rather specialized, with most of its capabilities focused on linkage. The head's movement relies solely on a single ball joint, and its lateral movement is significantly limited by the neck collar, which also has a certain range of motion. The waist's lateral swing range is very large. You can see that when the movement reaches its limit, the two outer armor plates on either side of the waist have a linkage effect that lifts them up. Regarding the chest and waist's forward and backward movement, there is a certain range of motion both forward and backward. When moving forward and backward, you can see that the area around the abdominal cockpit has a stretching and avoidance effect. The product also features a backward tilting locking mechanism. After the chest is stretched, the gray parts at the back are pushed upwards, and then the lower part is pressed down, thus eliminating backward tilting movement in the chest and waist area. Each skirt armor piece includes two sections of movable joints, offering a very wide range of motion. The entire front and side skirt armor units can be pulled outwards, creating more space for a forward kick. The thigh and hip joints feature an adjustable sliding groove with 3 positioning points. Perfectly hitting these points produces a crisp sound. After adjusting the target positioning points, engaging the lower latches completely locks the leg positioning points. The sliding grooves allow for adjusting the leg proportions to be longer or shorter. The poses in the video use the central locking point. If you find it too long, you can adjust it inwards. The most noteworthy aspect of the legs is the linkage of the two joints at the knee. The upper part primarily involves the linkage of hydraulic rods, while the lower part mainly involves the knee flexion and the inward retraction of the jet cover at the back of the lower leg. Around the ankle, several armor plates have outward mobility. The ankle has a relatively large range of motion for forward and backward kicks and lateral ground contact. A key concern is the quality of the ball joint, as it's only one joint and its holding power is limited. As demonstrated in previous videos, standing independently without the funnel is generally without issue. Foot articulation is relatively simple, mainly focusing on the toes and heel. The shoulders feature a fairly standard outward pulling joint design to enhance articulation. Combined with the lightsaber drawing mechanism on the forearm, it allows for a pose as if about to draw the sword. In addition to the two upward lifting articulation sections mentioned earlier, the shoulder armor also features one section of articulation on the front and back side plates. The outer thrusters support one section of outward extension. The arm's lateral extension, horizontal rotation, and 360-degree rotation are all fairly standard articulations, so I won't elaborate further. Personally, I found the double-stage articulation at the elbow particularly impressive, showcasing excellent linkage. When bending the elbow from the front, you can see a section of the outer armor retracting inward, allowing for the extension of numerous detailed armor sections during the bending process. Both the forearm and upper arm have linkage mechanisms, including a red hydraulic rod structure below the forearm. This is more apparent from the side, where you can also see circular parts. There's a buffer interface when extending the arm, and an internal pad that pushes it back in place when retracting, but it often doesn't quite reach the correct position. Let me show you the complete internal linkage mechanism of the arm. You can see that the design of the skeleton is more focused on linkage than on the internal mechanical structure. Having examined the main body's articulation, let's now look at the weapon accessories and gameplay. First, the weapon mounts on both sides of the backpack are movable, and the 4 nozzles are connected by ball joints, allowing for full-range swing. The shield has 2 sections that unfold at the bottom, but unfortunately, the range of motion isn't very large. By holding down the light gray part at the top and pulling up the cover, the upper part of the shield can be unfolded, revealing some mechanical details inside. The inner side of the shield also features rich detail. Due to the large number of parts, the shield is quite heavy. Note that the connecting parts for the left and right shields are different, so pay special attention during assembly. The rocket launcher features a folding structure in the middle, making it easier to store when folded. It's easy to see that the color separation of the entire rocket launcher is quite comprehensive, with various yellow color separations achieved through separate parts, and some photo-etched parts enhancing the details. The front of the muzzle supports a single section unfolding. Next, let's look at the funnel's unfolding structure and how to play with it, which is what everyone is most concerned about. Anyone who's built a new Gundam model will joke that half a new Gundam kit is made up of funnel parts. Indeed, the 12 funnel parts do make up a large proportion of the total parts in the model, but each funnel has 26 parts, so you can calculate the total percentage yourself. The kit includes a total of 12 funnels, along with wing-style connectors and stands. I personally really like the winged new Gundam configuration, So this kit perfectly meets my needs, eliminating the need to buy a separate set of funnels. The kit also includes a metal structure-style funnel stand. Players who don't like the winged mode can arrange it as shown in the video, with one set of funnels mounted on the back and the other set placed on the side stand. For the support frame connection, I recommend using the backpack connection method. It's more stable than other methods. That concludes the review. During assembly, I only corrected the internal connecting parts on the shoulder. I want to emphasize again that you must carefully repair that part before attempting installation, otherwise the chance of failure is very high. This type of GK, Gundam kit, conversion kit has seen a huge surge this year, and I personally really like it. It provides a thrilling experience for many players who can't build GKs, allowing them to enjoy the high level of detail. However, with the increase in these products, I'm gradually giving up on building Gundam GKs, as GKs don't offer much advantage in terms of articulation, and the difficulty of building them is on a completely different level from a model kit. Okay, that concludes this video. Finally, I've included a set of caimiaomiao GK paint jobs as a reference for modification and painting. Please follow my channel, like and share the video. See you in the next video.